Hi everybody, welcome to today's reading. We really are getting a bit of a lesson in energy the past few days from Spirit. So I don't know if you know, but we've just been through 2000 years of Pisces energy and we have moved into, you will have heard, the age of Aquarius. Now Pisces was a very spiritual sign, and in that 2 years there was a very big focus on religion and it organized spirituality, which Flex didn't go too well. It became very controlling. Do we think? Yes, it became quite controlling. And, if this, then that, and you were definitely going to hell if you breathed in the wrong tone of voice. So, yes, there's been a lot going on in the past 2000 years. And so now Spirit has opened us up to this wonderful potential of creating our own spirituality. And there is no right or wrong. It's what works for you. You might love affirmations, you might love butterflies and rainbows, you might like, you might like crystals, you might like tarot, you might like just sitting in the sun. Whatever your thing is, this is your thing to do, right? So this is the energy that we're in now, and this energy is in Pisces right now during this time of Aquarius, 2000 years of Aquarius, and the energy is like we are all one. And we all feel, especially us spiritual dudettes and dudes, we're like, this feels really good. Life's good, and it feels really wonderful. And the sense of, somehow you're finding a peace in life. You found the people that are your people, but you're also finding the people that are not your people. And you're like, whoa, ugh, I am not going to engage with that. And that's okay. That's not unspiritual or whatever the right word is for that, but it has to be done in a really loving and tolerant way. So tolerance is not like, oh, well, I should put up with them. No, it's more, I see that they are still working their way through and I will send them love and light. And a really great way to do that is to let them waft on by and accept that they have a different perspective, or that they're living life quite differently, and you are never going to be able, well, not never, but you are not going to be directly able to change them to be thinking exactly like you. So that's for them to discover, and it's not for you to force. Otherwise you're going back into that Piscean energy of like, oh, you've got to do this, you've got to think like me. No, you don't got to do nothing, right? So Spirit is encouraging you to let that just float on by, just that energy float on by, and send them a really beautiful pink light. It helps us be in the zone of like, yo, bro, everything is great in the world, and you are great. Just not the energy for me, right? And that's okay. All right. So there we are. Spirit's giving you that to think about today, and that is the energy of March. So look around you and think about, who are the people who I feel like you love me. I feel you care about me for better or for worse. Or there's sometimes I think you do and sometimes I think you don't, but generally you're pretty good, because no one can be perfect, even ourselves. Am I right? Okay, so I'm going to pick 3 cards. You know the deal. The left, the right, and the middle. Lefties. So this is about letting people be how they are. He's trotting away, he's walking away from the woman, and he's throwing down his toys, and he's having big feelings. We don't say tantrums anymore, we say big feelings, right? So he's having big feelings. That's okay. It's like a 3 or a 4-year-old. They'll have a big moment, they'll stack a tanty, and they'll throw things around or whatever, because they just don't know how to handle their emotions. But then they come back to you. And it's a beautiful thing. So put your little patient pants on and be like, yes, universe, let this situation resolve in its own timely fashion, and I will send this person love and light. But it's this card for the lefties has really come because Spirit wants to reiterate that, because Rosie's making it all sound like it's all easy. So Spirit's like, well, the ones that got the left card, that person who's walking away can feel really aggressive, right? And again, we can look in the media sphere and we can see the Donald Trumps of the world, and we're just like, oh, or we can see other leaders in the world that we're just like, oh God, so to speak. For me, oh yes, I was brought up in Piscean age. Yes, I was. So yeah, it's allowing yourself to not buy into the aggression, because it's easy to buy into that aggression because we feel like, don't you be like that with me. We get our kind of own authoritarian pants on. So Spirit's like, pink, love, and light. Okay, righties. And I guess what Spirit's saying here for the people who pick the right card, the right-hand card, is that sometimes we just don't know where people are at, and that's okay. And we might not even be sure where we're at, and that's okay too. So just allowing yourself to follow your path with this kind of sense of peace and love. Okay. And middle card. I feel like in the sense that, these middle people, you've got things that are really bothering you, and the last thing you want to be worrying about is other people. So Spirit is saying to release that stress. And, what's really important is to take some time to stand on the ground, feel the wind, feel the rain, feel the sun, look at the clouds, whatever it is that you can do that helps you, brings you back to balance. It's going outside your comfort zone to do that because you're feeling a little bit tense and you're not sure why. But when we take 2 to 5 minutes, it's more than enough to pause and ponder what's happening for us. I have talked for way too long, so I will wish you all a wonderful day.